Hey there, everybody. Welcome to this reading for Jupiter and Capricorn. This is going to be a Chris's Crappy Astrology reading. If you don't already know, Chris's Crappy Astrology is a joke. It's just a joke. I realize that it's not crappy, but I get comments every single week. And yeah, I know it's a joke. I know words are important, yada, yada, yada. But the universe isn't so strict that it can't take a joke. So it's a joke, people. But welcome, everybody. Lena, hello. Dad, hello. Jackie, hello. Sal, hello. Thank you for being here. Patricia, hello. Welcome, Sal. Hello. And Christina, hello. Thank you for being here, everybody. We're going to get started in just a few minutes. I am going to go backwards. I think I'm just going to keep going backwards for Chris's Crappy Astrology, because why not? But let's answer some questions, and then we are going to get started. Journey, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say, still work with Roman on Doc or find someone else. Six of Swords, the Fool. I feel like you are going to move on to someone else, is what I would say here. I feel like someone more serious, someone who's willing to get started, like, now, right away, with the Fool card. So, yeah, I feel like you're going to find someone else, is what I would say to you. Lena, hello, thank you for the super chat. Should I leave my job? Will I get one before Christmas? Nine of Swords, Two of Swords. I would say no, like... This would say yes, leave, but it also would say that you're probably not going to get one before Christmas, if I'm being honest with you here, with these cards. Eight of Cups is like wanting to walk away. It's like you not finding fulfillment in your job, like you not being happy or just not, things just not working out for whatever reason. Could be conflict with that Two of Swords. Justice, I feel like you'll find something, but I don't think it will be before Christmas, if I'm being honest with you. You know, of course, that can always change, but that's what I get from the cards. Lydia, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Met an Aquarius last night, asked me for my number. Will he call me? Knight of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, yes, is what I would say to you. Could be a little slow with that Knight of Pentacles, but Eight of Wands is definitely a yes, and it's communication, good news, good things coming in for you, and success, and happiness. So, yes, is what I would say to you, for sure. No doubt. Alright. Susie, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. I'm scared that it's too much. How can I make it work? I'm not sure what you're talking about, but you have the Emperor. Follow a plan. If this is like some sort of work thing or something like that, the Emperor, like I always say, how do you eat an elephant one bite at a time? It just says don't look at something as a whole. Look at it as tiny little pieces and just finish one thing at a time. You know, I feel like if you look at something as too big, you know, then it becomes overwhelming and then you don't get started even. So I always tell people break big things that you're dealing with down into tiny little pieces and just do one step at a time, one thing at a time. So that's what I would say here with the Emperor. Pretty simple. And I feel like you will be successful. 10 of Cups. So I feel like there will be success and happiness and fortune after difficulty. So yeah, that looks really good, is what I'd say to you, Susie. Kimberly, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say, boyfriend broke up with me. Will he try and come back? I would say no, is what I'd say to you. King of Wands could just be him, and the Five of Wands is like mental conflict or conflict in the situation. Yeah, I would move on to new love. You know, the Lovers is a very good card for love, but specifically when there's a breakup involved, the Lovers to me says the past is poison. He's getting bit on the leg by a snake. It's going to be really hard to see here on this camera, but he's getting bit on the leg by the snake, and it says like the past is poison, so it's time to move on to something else. So I would say no, if I'm being honest with you with those cards. Too much conflict with that Five of Wands, no doubt. Midnight Moon, hello, thank you for being here. Kylie, hello. And everybody else that's jumping in here, welcome. We're going to get started in like 8 minutes or so, somewhere around there, I do believe. Raymond, thank you for the super chat, really appreciate it. Raymond, if you have a question, feel free as always to pop it in down below. I will try to keep an eye out for it, and I will try to answer it. All right. And we will see. Raymond, Jackie, did I say hi to you? I'm not sure, but hello, Jackie. Brandy, hello. And Kathleen, hello. Deja, hello. Thank you for being here. Elaine, hello. Thank you for being here as well. Let's see here. Raymond, nervous for Friday, but card for Friday. You got it, Raymond. You have the Seven of Pentacles and Temperance card. Both cards are cards of patience. It just says, like, be patient with yourself, but also be patient with the situations that you are dealing with. So just, like, take your time, be patient, and I feel like things will go well. Two really good cards, definitely. Temperance is like a turnaround. Seven of Pentacles is growth. So I feel like things will go very well for you here with those cards. So I would just be patient. Nicole, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say here, I feel disappointed. Met that guy Perry online, but have seen more photos. I don't know if I'm attracted to him anymore. Is he a better person in person? I can't tell, cause not in my state. Anything he went home. Eight of Swords, keeping yourself stuck. Five of Cups. I would say, like, Five of Cups is like, throwing away is like regrets or sadness, like crying over spilt milk and things like that. Eight of Swords says, don't keep yourself stuck, is what I'd say to you. Devil, let go of toxic energy here. King of Cups, I don't know, I still feel like it could be a good relationship. I keep telling people, if you're looking for love, it doesn't matter, like, how the person looks online or anything like that. You should probably just go out with people, because if you're looking for love, if you get a love offer and you say no, then you're basically telling the universe you don't want love. So I always tell people, it's like, you don't have to marry this person. As long as they're not a creep or something like that, just go out and see what happens. You never know. But I feel like, yeah, this is definitely like stuck energy here, is what I would say to you. Sometimes I think when people have been looking for love for too long, it's like anyone that comes along, you start like nitpicking and finding all the little things that are wrong with the person. So again, I feel like it's a better time to give someone a chance than it is to, especially if you haven't had love in a long time. Because again, you could just be being too like nitpicky about the person. So I would just give it a chance, is what I'd say there. Janirdra, thank you for the super chat. What is my Sagittarius not telling me? Ten of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. I would say nothing. Ten of Pentacles is a card of secrets to me, but it's not like a card of bad secrets. To me, it's a card of like things underneath. So it could be dealing with personal things or personal issues. Queen of Wands, like, finding you very attractive. So yeah, I really feel like there's really nothing hidden necessarily. Ten of Pentacles, like I said, could be more like internal things. That's not really what the card means, but that's what's popping into my head for you. So he could be going through things internally, like mental things, or just thinking about things in general in life, and that all that sort of stuff there. But that's what I'd say to you. Yeah, I feel like he finds you very attractive. I wouldn't worry about it. JC, thank you for the super chat. Did I not email you back? I'm sorry. Yes, I will. I promise I will do the email. A few cards for the week. You have the Six of Pentacles and the Two of Wands, taking the lead. I feel like this is noticing forward progress. I'm telling you, Jupiter in your sign, really awesome. So things could start to get better. Six of Pentacles is like planting seeds for improvements. Two of Wands, taking the lead to plant the seeds, taking the lead to move forward in your life. So I feel like you are taking the lead here in your life. Yeah, Chariot, victory. I feel like there will be a victory for you here, JC, or kind of like just general improvements. So, love it. Raymond, again, thank you for the super chat. Raymond, if you have a question, pop it in down below. LV, thank you for the super chat. When will I meet my soulmate next year? Ace of Pentacles, Five of Swords. I would say it's definitely possible, even with the Five of Swords. Five of Swords is a card of being single or breakups, but you have the Ace of Pentacles, which says you are on the path to love, basically. To me, to me, the Ace of Pentacles is like the path to marriage. So I would definitely say yes, is what I'd say to you. Raymond, thank you for the super chat. How will Cynthia react or feel when she sees me at the Christmas party? Will there be love interest? Four of Pentacles, stability, Four of Cups. I would just say I feel like I said this before, don't rush this situation. I would definitely talk to her and things like that as well here. To me, again, this is probably not like politically correct to say what I'm about to say. So, again, but what I would say are, to me, men and women, the way we find each other attractive is like the total opposite. So it's like, I feel like things like for men, I feel like just fall in love with something that they see like almost right away. Women, I feel like, is more kind of like attraction develops over time. And again, that might not be politically correct, but to me it's the truth. And I mean, I've read tons of books on evolutionary biology, and it's definitely the truth. So again, I would say like to be patient, and if you're interested, I would like try to develop more attraction or more familiarity with her. But that's what I get there. Val A, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Will the issue that my brother has with me ever be resolved? Seven of Cups, Empress. I would say yes. Empress is going from winter to spring, coming out of the cold. Seven of Cups just says focus on like what's important. Like, was this issue because of something that wasn't important, or was it important? You know, something like that. But it says like focus on importance. Like family is important. So, but I would say yes with that Empress card for sure. That looks really good. All right, Nicole, thank you again for the super chat. Really, really appreciate it, and thank you for the kind words. I don't think you're the problem. I feel like, to me, it's the astrology. I just feel like people have not had love in a long time. The people that haven't had it, and I feel like that is the problem. JC, thank you again for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Lenice, how will my New Year's go? My New Year's Eve go? Ten of Wands, releasing a burden. Ace of Swords, very positive, very good. So the Ace of Swords, truth, justice, victory, clarity, fun, good things. So I feel like things will be really good for you, Lenice. And yeah, and very relaxing as well. I definitely get that off the Ten of Wands, so that makes sense. Elaine, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say here, card for the week for career and business. Magician, Wheel of Fortune, love it. Elaine, very positive. So I feel that for you, the Magician says you can have whatever you want. The Wheel of Fortune is like a turnaround in your situation, or just like improvements just in general. So I feel like, you know, this is saying that there is a turnaround for you in general with the Wheel of Fortune, and a lot of luck as well. The Magician says, like, try to use your talents, gifts, skills, and abilities to stand out as much as you possibly can. So to me, it's like a card of like needing to try to stand out as much as you possibly can. But a lot of luck. I love it. Looks really good. Patricia, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Will things work out with Sean when I visit New York? Thanks. Patricia, I would say yes. You have the Star, Nine of Wands. Star is like a wish. Nine of Wands could just say you've been waiting for a very long time for this situation to manifest, or something like that with the Nine of Wands. But the Star, definitely happiness, fulfillment, a wish, miracles coming in for you. So I feel like this is very, very positive for you, Patricia. And I feel like it's going to be very, very good for you as well. All right, everybody. You know what? I'm going to step away for just like 2 seconds. I will be right back. I just have to, I just have to not pee my pants tonight is what it boils down to. My throat has been dry this entire time, so I've chugged 2 of these. So bad planning on my part, but I will be right back, and then we're going to get started. All right, we are back. That would have been bad. I could feel it. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna last this entire time. So there we go. All right, welcome everybody to Chris's Crappy Astrology. Tonight we are going to be doing Jupiter in Capricorn for everyone here. Jupiter moves into Capricorn tomorrow. Huge problem. I also don't have the chart up, but so we'll get that fixed. But let's see what is going on for everyone. I would say, just so everybody knows, again, Jupiter in Capricorn with Saturn and Pluto in Capricorn, things are probably, you know, everything that I mentioned tonight for each sign, things are not going to like kind of be moving in huge leaps and bounds of success. Like, it's not going to be one of those things, kind of like I've been saying since the beginning of the year, step-by-step improvements. Everything is going to be more step-by-step as far as these improvements are concerned. You know, we have to basically put the work in because of Saturn and Pluto in Capricorn still. Things are going to get easier, but we have to kind of like put the work in here with this energy. And like I said, I've been saying this all year long, and it continues, you know, through all of Jupiter in Capricorn, more or less. And we also have to look for opportunities. It's kind of weird because, like, even just like in the last week, I've had a lot of comments from people saying that there are no opportunities and things like that. And like, there are opportunities everywhere. We just have to look for them. You know, there are opportunities for pretty much everything that we could potentially desire. And so I feel like we have to kind of like look for opportunities. But Pisces, let's get started with you. And Pisces, this is going to be Jupiter in Capricorn. This is going to be happening in your 11th house. Great for the typical 11th house stuff, like expanding your friend group, or kind of like figuring out what friends or what people have a better return on energy for you here, Pisces. You've been dealing with this because of Saturn and Pluto in Capricorn. So a lot of you could have been cutting people out, removing people from your life who no longer serve you. This could have led to even like divorce on the extreme end of the scale with this energy, because again, it could be like finding out that certain people cannot fulfill you in your relationships, or figuring out that you need like a new type of relationship as well with this energy. But again, it doesn't even have to just be love. It could be all relationships that you are dealing with here with this energy. Of course, for some of you, this could bring in a lot of long distance type energy for love. I found it really interesting that like I get the most questions about long distance from Pisces. Part of me feels like that's Jupiter that was in Sagittarius, but also Jupiter moving into Capricorn in the 11th house. The 11th house doesn't really have to do with long distance, but I don't know, it just keeps coming up. So I feel like that is something that's very interesting. I feel like it's a really good time for you to focus on like things that are more community-based or hobby-based as far as like work or business are concerned. There could be a lot of success in those types of fields, basically. So anything that has to do with a hobby or anything that has to do with more of a passion, Pisces. Again, the same stuff comes up in the tarot readings almost every single night for you. So I feel like there could be a lot of opportunities for you there. I feel like this is a really good position for water in general for love. So if you're a water sign, but definitely Pisces, I feel like this could be very good for love, finding like a very fulfilling relationship, or finding something that's very good for you as well. This position could still remove a relationship from your life, but it would probably be pushing you towards something that's much more significant. So Pisces, I'd say this year, if you are getting out of a relationship, it's probably bringing you closer to something that is much more significant for you. I feel like this is a good position for you, Pisces, to organize things and kind of like organize your thoughts. Think about it. A ton of confusion for you, Pisces. Neptune was retrograde. We've been dealing with other retrogrades as well. Plus Uranus retrograde in your 3rd house, Pisces. For some of you, it's probably still in your 2nd house, depending on when you were born, Pisces. But, Uranus retrograde kind of in your 3rd. Taurus is technically your 3rd house, Pisces. And that could bring up confusion, surprising confusion, things that kind of like come out of nowhere, things like that. So with Jupiter moving in here, I feel like planning for the future is going to be a lot easier. Coming up with plans is going to be a lot easier as well. I feel like things like this is like the return of flow to your life, Pisces, as well. So I feel like things could be like flowing easier, especially when it comes to like ideas for business or work, and especially if you're including other people into this, or if you're working on a team or in a community type group on any projects or business projects, work projects, community projects in general, pretty much anything like that. This is a good energy to make sure that you're creating kind of like reciprocal relationships as well, where, like I scratch your back, you scratch mine type of situation. It's not about, needing to give because someone gives to you. It's about needing to just make sure that you're kind of keeping that flow going. So especially in work, it's very, very important. And I would say like more so in work in those areas as well. I think it's a really good time for you to join groups, of course. I would definitely, with this energy, open up to new ways of doing things as well. I feel like you're feeling more optimistic, so I feel like you will be feeling like things that you do are just kind of like working out for you, and so that can make you feel more optimistic. I would say overall, this is about going for a dream here, Pisces, and kind of like making it happen, seeing something through to the end. This is a position of fame, by the way. I mean, the 11th house is like the house of fame, fortune, not really fortune, but fame, and also kind of like hopes and wishes. So I feel like you need, but again, like I said at the beginning of the reading, needing to put the work in to get this. I would say really good time for you to work on becoming popular, especially if you work in social media or if you work in anywhere, really, could be a very popular time for you. So that's what I got for you, Pisces. But Pisces, that looks really, really good. Aquarius, Jupiter is moving into your 12th house, and I feel like for a long time you've been feeling kind of like more in hermit mode. Even when I was writing your notes basically for this reading, I was getting like the hermit card, and I was getting, that's what was popping into my head. So I feel like that would make sense because you've had Saturn and Pluto in your 12th house as well, which could kind of make you look for more of those like inner answers. It could have had you more like facing your shadow or kind of facing the depths in your life for quite a long time, since Pluto probably entered into Capricorn as well. Jupiter entering into this position is like amazing for spiritual growth. It's amazing for learning from spirit as well. like in your dreams, like paying attention to your dreams or paying attention in your meditations, kind of like writing them down even. I would definitely be writing down your dreams with this energy. I feel like it's a good time for you to like rest, relax, recharge your batteries, pretty much anything like that. On top of that, 12th house is kind of like toxins, right? So it would probably be a good time for you to remove toxic habits, or, you know, could be even be like toxic food from your diet, pretty much anything like that. But I would focus on the 12th house here. I would focus more on toxic energy. So if there are situations that you are getting involved in that just don't feel good, leave the situation. I feel like you could be having like literally a physical response to certain things. Like if you're with a person who is toxic, you might literally feel sick, or you might feel like you can't talk around this person. So I feel like you should be like paying attention to your feelings. And if you feel good, then the same thing goes for that as well. If you're feeling good around certain people, spend more time with those people. Or if you feel good doing something like going to the gym or working out, or if you don't feel good working out, like I said this the other night, right? I said, you know, I walk out here all the time on this trail, and I see people running, and they all look like death. They all look like they're about to, you know, have a heart attack. They're all like breathing heavy and everything like that. I'm like, we don't need to kill ourselves to be healthy. So, you know, again, for some of you, I feel like it's about moving towards just good feelings. I feel like this is a really good time to explore. And, you know, especially the 12th house. 12th house kind of is a house of exploring, because it's a card of exploring the depths in life, or looking for deeper meanings in things. And I feel like it would be a good time for you to do it. It might be a really good time for you to volunteer, of course, being the 12th house, and help other people. But it would also be a good time for you to ask for help. So if you need help with anything in your life at all, I feel like it would be a good time to ask for help from other people. Probably a good time for you to like let go of baggage or anything you've been kind of keeping, like holding on to from the past as well. I would say be careful. Definitely, the only other warning I have for this position for you, Aquarius, is like holding on to secrets, or holding on to things that you think you can keep hidden. Definitely, like I've said all year, I mean, to me, Saturn and Pluto, we cannot keep secrets with Saturn and Pluto. Things will come out. It might not be until the end, you know, when Saturn leaves Capricorn, but with these two cards here, we pretty much, I mean, with these two planets, we pretty much cannot keep secrets at all. So that's what I'd say there. Really, I feel like overall for you, this energy is about, again, following your dreams. Kind of like Pisces. And again, it's happening close to where it's happening for Pisces as well. So that would make a lot of sense. But I would say, like, follow your dreams, trust your intuition, everything like that. I feel like it's a great time for you to write your dreams down as well, and kind of like look at things that you want to follow in your life. So that's what I would say to you, Aquarius. But Aquarius, that looks really, really good. Capricorn, let's see what we have for you. Capricorn, this of course is your first house. This is going to be really amazing for you here, Capricorn. Funny enough, there's really not like much to say. I mean, I feel like Saturn and Pluto have been probably extremely difficult for you, having those two planets in your sign, just like chilling out there, like being all slow like they are, right? Takes Pluto forever to clear a sign. So I feel like this has been maybe bringing up burdens, or creating certain burdens in your life. I feel like that for you, really, like I always say to you, I mean, you get the 10 of Wands all the time, Capricorn, and I always say to you, I feel like for you, the 10 of Wands is not about releasing all the burdens that you're dealing with in your life, but it is about kind of just accepting certain burdens that you do have to deal with, and getting rid of things that just aren't important. So simplification. As I have said before, to me, Saturn and Capricorn, according to Chris's crappy astrology here, Saturn and Capricorn is all about simplifying life in general, or simplifying things in your life so that life can kind of like flow much easier for you. So I feel like you need to let go of things that you no longer serve you, or you need to let go of things that you no longer need in your life in general. I feel like this, of course, is going to bring in a lot more like happiness. So kind of like Pisces, I feel like a more optimistic feeling for you here with all this energy in your sign, especially Jupiter kind of coming in there. And I feel like some of you are kind of like seeing the light at the end of the tunnel almost. It's like there is, maybe things are not perfect in your life, but I feel like there's more happiness coming, and I feel like you can kind of like see it. It's like this is the start of your struggles coming to an end here. And really, this is about like understanding who you are. Again, when things happen in our first house, this is all about who we are and who we are as a person. Jupiter could be expanding who you are here as a person. You could be doing a lot of deep work as well. with Jupiter there and Saturn and Pluto. Venus is there for a little while longer as well. And so, again, and then the Sun will be entering into there as well. So, of course, this could be really good for, like, personal work, working on yourself. I feel like really good luck and good fortune are kind of, like, on the way for you. I feel like there can be many, many new, amazing kind of, like, opportunities for you as well here in this position. I feel like there could be offers coming in for you as also. These could be, I mean, could be any type of offer at all. I mean, it could be a job offer, work offer, love offer, pretty much anything. It's like the first house, so it could be any type of offer that's coming your way. Of course, with things in the first house, you can be like more outspoken. You could be more willing to speak up about things that matter to you and, you know, all that other stuff, which is probably fine. Probably would be really good for work. So, you know, if you have ideas at work or thoughts at work of things that you want to share or things that you want to speak about or changes you want to see, I feel like this would be a really good position for you to speak up and get those things out. As always, Jupiter in the first house, watch out for your eating. Jupiter in the first house can definitely expand us as well, so I would be careful of like eating too many cakes or too much pizza like I do, or anything like that. I would just be careful of that. But Capricorn, that's that. Really happy for you. I feel like things are going to get a lot easier because of that. All right, Sagittarius, you have Jupiter entering into your second house. I feel like for a lot of you, this is all about just finally probably getting a job. So if you need a job or if you've been hoping to get a job, I feel like there could be a job coming in here. Could also just be starting a business as well. So if you're hoping to like start a business or start something to financially to get your finances going, I feel like this could be the start of something financial here in this position. To me, Jupiter entering into your second house could also just say that new things can become more valuable to you in your life in general. And you could be also changing the things that you find valuable in your life as well. This is not just material goods. Second house, you know, the second house is normally like material things. But what I would say here for you, Sagittarius, just like my intuitive feeling here is that it's just going to be everything that you find valuable in your life. I feel like you could be just kind of like changing the things that you value in general, or certain things could become more valuable as well. This could even be in love. It's like maybe there are certain things that you didn't value in the past in a person. Maybe you find new things that you value in a person. Maybe same thing with a job or a business. It's like you're changing the things that you find valuable about a job, work, whatever, and you're probably going to be looking for things that are of more value with this position. I also feel that, like I said, I feel like some of you will be finding more that you are more valued as well. So you could be more valued in work or business or in love as well. And, you know, the person you're with or the business you work for, they could be kind of showing you that they value you more in this position. I feel like I said, I feel like a lot of you could just still be looking for new work or looking for a new job. I would just say this just makes it easier. So if you have been having a hard time finding a job or something along those lines, I feel like this is like things coming in easier as far as that's concerned. I would say even if you're retired, by the way, Sagittarius, I feel like this could be kind of like bringing up new ways to like invest money, new ways to spend money, new ways to save money, you know, all that other stuff as well. I feel like work can also flow a lot easier here for you. And of course, there are new growth opportunities in work. I would for you, Sagittarius, I would focus on kind of like expansion or growing. So I feel like there could be like a lot of opportunities for you to grow in work, but these opportunities are going to require hard work. Like it's not going to be easy. Definitely way easier with Jupiter entering into Capricorn, but I feel like there could be some like challenges because of Pluto and Saturn. So it's like we have to push. I would say for you, Sagittarius, especially involving anything creative, just looking at the rest of your astrology here, and it's just kind of like more intuitive, I would say anyway, but you know, just kind of what I get for you is that you could be working on like a personal project, or like maybe you have a job and you have a side project that you want to get going or something like that. And maybe you've been experiencing a lot of challenges to like getting this thing going if you're working on something like a personal project. And this is kind of saying that things will probably get easier because Jupiter's entering into your second house. Maybe it's easier to find the resources, the people. Maybe it's easier if you're looking for other people's money as well. By the way, this could make it easier for other people's money to help you out as well. But like I said, you're probably gonna have to do a lot of research. You're probably gonna have to do a lot of planning. I would also say preparation for you, Sagittarius, as well is gonna be very important. Like if you're trying to get money for a business, for example, make sure you are prepared. Make sure that if you're going to give a presentation or something like that, make sure you're fully prepared. But other than that, Sag, love it. Looks really good. So thank you, Sagittarius. All right, Scorpio, let's see what we have for you. Scorpio, Jupiter is entering into your third house here, so I feel like you maybe feel like you were speaking another language for the past, like, probably several years. Maybe you've been having a hard time getting people to understand you. Maybe you have been trying to like put ideas out into the world. Maybe you've been trying to start new things, and maybe people just don't understand or haven't been able to understand what you have been trying to do, right? And I feel like this is saying that now with Jupiter entering into your third house, it's like people will be able to better understand the ideas that you're putting forth. I feel like this is a really good position for like just productivity in general and creativity. I also feel like it's a good time to like remove limiting beliefs as well, and I feel like this will allow you to go, allow you to grow. Capricorn is like a weird sign. To me, Capricorn normally does very well under challenging situations. Like some signs don't do so well with like challenges, like Pisces, right? But other signs kind of do really well when they're faced with a challenge. Capricorn is the goat climbing the mountain, and we have all this energy in Capricorn. So I feel like, but what I do find is that Capricorn sometimes can, complain about the challenges, right? I have a ton of Capricorn in my chart, and even me, it's like I like try to push through challenges, but I'm going to be bitching and moaning the whole entire time, right? So at least that's me. I don't know if that's any of the other Capricorns out there, but for me, that's definitely how I feel about it. So it could be a challenge, but I just like keep pushing here, and I would again remove limiting beliefs. No stinking thinking in this position. And again, if you keep it positive, this will kind of like allow you to grow. I feel like you can kind of like also be better at delivering a message to a group of people as well. So if you're like trying to deal with a group of people, if you're trying to build up like a social media or anything like that, I feel like your communications could be going much better here. A really great time for travel, believe it or not, as well. Even in the third house, this could open up travel opportunities for you. And it's a great time to kind of like get your words out in work and business as well in this position. It's funny because I've been saying to you all year I've been talking to you about negotiation. Negotiation doesn't come up for any other sign except for you, like the most. And I think it comes up for Capricorn every once in a while as well, but it definitely comes up for you. So I feel like it would be an amazing time for you to like either practice your negotiation skills or to learn as much negotiating skills as you possibly can for work, business, buying a car, buying a house. I don't care what you're doing, but I would just try to learn as much as you possibly can. I also feel like this is going to help with other things as well, kind of just like more intuitively. I wouldn't say this is astrological here, Scorpio, but I just feel intuitively that Jupiter entering into Capricorn for you will kind of end any gossip or backstabbing that you've been dealing with. For a lot of you, like I feel like this could be from a past relationship as well. So I feel like there could have been gossip or fighting or backstabbing from a past relationship. And I just feel like this, like, I don't think this is necessarily closure, or I don't think it's the person apologizing, but it could be more of like an understanding as to why things happened, or it could just be kind of things fizzling out and kind of going away, so you don't have to deal with that energy anymore. I do feel like this could bring people back from the past, not exes. To me, this does not have to do with love. To me, this would be more relationships that have drifted away from you in general. So if you have had like friendships, neighbors, family members, anything like that, those types of relationships, if you have not been in touch with certain people, I would say probably for the past like 3.5, 4 years, somewhere around there, then I feel like you could have people kind of like coming back into your life, or you could be talking to somebody again or opening up to someone that you haven't talked to in a while. I also feel like this is like what also I was meditating, like I always do when I do Chris's crappy astrology, and what popped into my head is like unusual relationships, which would make sense because this position is going to be kind of like playing off of Uranus in your, it's going to be kind of like playing off Uranus in Taurus here. So I feel like this could be very good for like building up a team with like eccentric people, or listening to people who have like crazier ideas and things like that as well. I feel like would be very beneficial. I actually want to see what is going on. Yeah, technically Uranus and Jupiter are trining as well. So, again, it definitely could bring up like opportunity through weird people or different people or something like that as well. I feel like you could also be surprising people with your communications. as well, which is a good thing. So you could be like speaking up, and maybe people don't expect you to speak up in certain areas of your life, or you could be like sharing something that nobody expected you to share. But again, these would probably be good for you as well. But that's that, Scorpio. All right, Libra. Libra, let's see what we have for you here. Libra, Jupiter is going into your 4th house, of course, and you could be, like in the past, I feel like you could have been dealing with problems involving like your home or where you live, or just foundations in general. So this could even be personal projects as well. Like maybe you've been trying to start something and you're just not sure where to start, like at the foundation. Could also have to do with education as well. Like you could have been having a hard time like grasping a topic. Maybe you've been trying to learn something, or maybe you've been going to school or a training or something like that, and maybe you've been having a hard time kind of like gathering, like kind of gaining the foundational information about this situation. So I feel like some of you could be having that challenge as well. I feel like it could be a good time for you to like update the home. Of course, Jupiter in the 4th house, really good for like renovations, really good for updating your home. It could even be a move as well. So some of you could be moving, and if you've been trying to move, or if you've been trying to update your home, this position, Jupiter entering into Capricorn, could be removing those blockages that have been preventing you from being able to move from home. I'd also say if you've been having a hard time with like arguments in the home or with family members, this could be clearing up this could be clearing things up with like arguments with family members and things like that. I feel like this would be a really good time for you to also kind of create like a nice space inside of your home. So if you're looking, maybe like a meditation room or something like that would be a good idea. It'd be probably a good idea to like clean up your home as well, or clean up, like it could even just be one room. Like maybe there's a room that needs some cleaning. It would be a good idea to kind of get that energy flowing through the home as well. I feel like this could also bring back like major healings in family, especially if there's any like challenges, or if there have been problems with family from the past. There could be like healing in those areas as well. I also feel for you that it is, again, a good time to focus on things that are foundational, or kind of like the basics. I feel like it would be a good time for you to brush up on the basics, or to learn things that have to do with like the structure of anything that you're dealing with. So for example, let's just say that you have a job as a salesperson. I would be learning the basics of sales. If you have a job as a nurse, I would be relearning the basics, the things that add structure to the, to whatever it is that you do to make money, or whatever provides support for you. And I feel like that will lead to more support and probably more security. You're going to have a major focus on security here with this position. So with Jupiter in your 4th house, it's going to be kind of like pushing you towards security, or making you focus more on security with this position. And I also feel that a lot of you could be finding like more support through family, or through people in your life in general. So that will be good. But that's that, Libra. So thank you, Libra. Really appreciate it. Virgo. Let's see what we have for you. Virgo. Virgo, you have Jupiter entering into your 5th house here. So this is about, of course, 5th house is like hobbies, things that you are passionate about. It's the house of like fun, creativity, stuff like that. So I feel like you're going to be more focused on things that you're more passionate about. To me, it's also the house of risk taking. And, again, to me, that maybe that's not accurate astrology. But again, this is not accurate astrology. This is Chris's crappy astrology, Virgo. So I feel like a lot of you could be focused on like doing things that bring more happiness into your life. Again, this is the house of like children. So anything that makes you feel more childlike, more wanting to have more fun in life, anything that you find fun, anything that brings happiness, joy, enlightenment, things like that into your life, that's probably what you will be doing. I feel like for a lot of you, maybe you have been confused about like what you're passionate about in general. So this could even be in love, but it could also be like hobbies or work. Maybe you've been having a hard time figuring out what your passion is, or what you want to be passionate about in the first place. So it's a great time for doing anything passion-based right now. It's a great time to build a business off of a passion. Really great time for you to get a job that's more passion-based as well. It could be anything. It could be like a hobby, a passion. It could also be something creative in this house as well. I feel like it's a really good time for you to get involved with social media as well, kind of like Pisces. Again, Pisces is your opposite sign, so things are going to be kind of similar. Not exactly, but kind of similar to Pisces. And I feel like anything that is involving like social media could be very good for you. Again, kind of like Pisces, this could almost make you famous. I would say that the difference for you And Pisces is that for you, it's not like overnight fame. I'm not saying Pisces is going to become famous overnight either, but I'm just saying that you could be working on something this entire time that will bring you a lot of attention in the future. And by famous, that doesn't mean that you're going to be on TV or anything like that. It could just mean that you become recognized or well-known, like in your industry of like work or business. It could also just be maybe you literally become famous. Maybe you become YouTube famous. Maybe you end up being like in some sort of viral video on YouTube. Again, same thing. Maybe you get interviewed by the news. Who knows? Could be anything. But there's definitely an opportunity here for you to like step into the limelight. And you could become known for something that you are good at. So if you have a talent, gift, skill, or ability, I don't care if it's jumping rope, then, trust me, you could do it. So that's what I'd say there. I bet you $1 million that there's a channel out there on YouTube all about jumping rope, right? And the person, whoever it is, probably makes a ton of money. So, again, it could be anything. I feel like with this position, there could be like some shyness, or there could be some reservations in sharing things with other people. So you could have, like I said, you could be good at things. You could have a certain talent, gift, skill, or ability, but it's like you need to show it off to the world. You need to kind of like get over the fears of like allowing something to come out, basically. I feel like there could be a lot of happiness because of this, but it's about kind of like overcoming that resistance to letting people, it's really opening yourself up for judgment, right? So I feel like some of you need to let go of the fear of judgment with this position, kind of like open yourself up to that type of risk. So is that really a risk? No, because you're not going to die, but, it's not really a risk, but that's what I'd say here. Really a very happy position though here, Virgo, so I think a lot more happiness coming in for you. Also great for children as well, by the way, if you're trying to have a child, or if you do have children, a really good energy there for that. And but mostly happiness, Virgo, so love it. All right, Leo, let's see what we have for you, Leo people. Leo, Jupiter is in your 6th house, of course, so I feel like you've been working very hard towards things that you desire, things that you want. I feel like some of you maybe have had like health challenges as well here, with all the Saturn and Pluto in your 6th house as well here, and this comes up for you a lot during the readings that we've been doing for a long time. So that's that. But the good news is I feel like you can finally start to see results. The other thing is that you could become, this position is pretty simple, is what I'd say to you, Leo. Really, it could be you becoming aware of some sort of plan that you need to follow. This could be in your health. It could be like a diet. It could be a health routine, an exercise routine, pretty much anything like that. But it could also be involving something along the lines of like a work routine, or something that you could be working on every single day in your business that will get that moving forward as well. And really, I feel like for a very long time, the challenge for you, and beyond what we're dealing with here, I would say for the longest time, probably your whole entire life, it's like the amount of work that you're doing doesn't match the output. It's like, Leo, I'm always saying to you, right? I'm always saying that some of you over the next like 7 years could be having the realization that maybe you've been working in a business for like 20 years. Maybe you've been getting raises that entire time, but maybe when you do the math, because of inflation, maybe you're not actually making any more money than you were when you started 20 years ago, when you were just a beginner. I don't think you're the only sign that will be having these types of realizations where you're like, yeah, maybe I'm getting paid like 50% more than I was when I started, but money is also worth like 125% less. So technically, I'm actually got a pay decrease, not a raise. So some of you could be thinking about that. You could be seeing that happen as well, or you could be just thinking about it and trying to come up with a plan. And so that's what I feel like you need to do here. To me, I feel like there are going to be a bunch of like signals here as well. I got like the 6 of Pentacles popping into my head when I was meditating for you on your 6th house here, Leo, but it was like coming in as bits and pieces, and at first I was like, what the hell does that mean? But I feel like it's literally bits and pieces. So I feel like there are like little clues that are going to be showing you like what things you need to change in work or business or your health or your daily routine in general here. To me, the 6th house isn't really the house of daily routine. I know some astrologers call it the 6th house the house of daily routine, but it's really just the house of like organization or organizations. To me, the 2nd house is really the house of daily routine. But I feel like this could be also you kind of wrapping up plans that you've had for an extended period of time. So if you've been planning something or hoping for plans to work out, you could be having plans work out here. I would also say that really, with this energy, I would say that if you're hoping to do anything, if anyone before you has done it, then it's possible, then it can be done. And I feel like really for you, you need to focus on like the small accomplishments. kind of like I said at the beginning of the reading, I feel like focusing on like the beginning steps and kind of like the small kind of steps that you take towards reaching your goals. If you could do that, that would be really good. I feel like it would be more motivational. I feel like if you focus on like the big picture with this energy, it's like you're not going to be seeing the progress. But if you focus on like small little milestones for you to get to wherever it is you're going, then I feel like you will notice the improvements. So I would focus on like those small little improvements that you're making. I feel like this is also just a really good time for getting recognition at work here for you, Leo. So I feel like you could be getting like a lot of recognition and success as well. But that's that, Leo. Thank you, Leo. All right, Cancer. Cancer, Jupiter is in your 7th house, of course. This is great for changing relationships and removing toxic relationships as well, in general. Not just love, but, mostly love, because 7th house is like the house of, romance. I mean, well, the 5th house is really, but, definitely could be more romantic love in the 7th house. But I feel like you could be removing toxic relationships in the first place. It's pretty weird, Cancer, because like in all your tarot readings that I've been doing lately, and probably for the past few months, it's been all about removing toxic relationships from your life. So, or letting a past relationship go. I feel like this transit for you with Jupiter going through your 7th house could bring in closure for you here, Cancer. So, that does not mean that the closure is coming from the person. So if you've been hoping for closure from the person or like an apology or something like that, you're probably not going to get it. If you do, bonus, right? Take it as a bonus. But if you don't, I feel like at least this is gaining the understanding as to why something happened. So I feel like for a lot of you, this could be saying that you are understanding why a relationship happened the way it did, or, why things had to end the way they had to end. And I feel like you are just gaining clarity on that as well. I feel like for those of you who are in a relationship, if you are trying to improve things or fix things, this is very good energy for that. It could say you are seeing results in the way that you are kind of like working on relationships, or you are seeing the improvements that you are making in the relationships as well. Of course, this will bring more meaningful relationships into your life as well. So you could just be finding more fulfilling relationships in your life, all types of relationships, more relationships where they're not toxic and where people actually put the time and the effort in. So I feel like a lot of you could be just getting into relationships where the other person puts the time and the effort into the relationship. I also feel like that you yourself could be learning like how to put effort into relationships. So you could be the one that is learning how much effort you need to put in or how much effort you need to take out with these positions as well. I also feel like some of you could definitely be committing to someone new. I mean, this is an amazing position for getting married, getting engaged, meeting someone very significant, really good for commitment in general. So I feel like a lot of you could be committing to things as well. Could even be like business. Could also be business partners as well here, Cancer. So like if you're hoping to have a business partner, or if you're hoping to kind of partner with another business or anything like that, very good for this position. I would also say the only other thing that jumped out for you, Cancer, is that I feel like a lot of you, this could be good for arguments that you've been, like, not arguments, but if you've been having any ongoing disagreements with anyone, this could be very, very good for kind of like coming to a middle ground or finding a middle ground in any arguments or challenges that you've been experiencing in relationships. So that's that, Cancer. Pretty simple, but good. So thank you, Cancer. All right, Gemini. Let's see what we got for you. Gemini, Jupiter is going into your 8th house. Of course, dealing with other people's money, debts, commissions, paychecks, money that's owed to you, sex, pretty much everything. And you've had Saturn here and Pluto, so this definitely could have brought up issues in regards to other people's money, taxes, commissions, not getting paid for work that you're doing, pretty much anything like that. And I feel like for a lot of you that this is more like intuitive to me, but I feel like for a lot of you, this isn't necessarily the astrology, but I feel like a lot of you could have had problems with like other people's money and things like that as well. But not only that, when it comes to work, you get the Hierophant all the time in your like weekly readings and your daily readings as well. And I feel like a lot of you could have like felt boxed in at work or could be feeling trapped. And with the Hierophant, it could be definitely like oppressive authority figures, people who are trying to keep you down, or people who are trying to keep you boxed in. I feel like that's where like discomfort could have been coming from for a very long time now, especially in regards to work and career. I would say even if you're retired, again, it could be like societal like expectations that society has for you, or something along those lines. So you could have been having a lot of challenges there as well. And I feel like this could be, very good for you. I feel like this could be, with Jupiter entering in there, it's like you are pushing for more freedom, or if you have experienced challenges with, like, feeling boxed in by things like debts, bosses, other people, anything like that, I feel like you are kind of gaining freedom, or you are figuring out what you need to do to create more freedom in your life as well. I also think that this is, like, more of, like, a bigger picture thing for you here, Gemini, not just involving the 8th house, but I feel like that all this energy in Capricorn for you is like about how you use your energy in general. So I feel like you are no longer putting energy into things where you do not see a return on that energy. I feel like you are only putting your time and your effort into all situations where there is a return. This is everything in your life: work, business, love, spirituality, health, just relationships in general, pretty much anything. And again, that's not accurate astrology. Like I said, that's more intuitive for me. So I feel like for a lot of you, just like intuitively, I feel that you're not putting your energy into things that no longer serve you, plain and simple. I also feel like this will give you better results, like in your finances, or in regards to money in general. So you could just be seeing better results, or maybe if you're trying to pay down debts or anything like that, you could be seeing debts kind of like going away faster, or you could have been paying them, you could be like paying them off faster as well. So yeah, I like it. I do feel like for a small percentage of you, this could have to do with something legal. It just popped into my head just now. So, but I feel like this, it could be saying that if you're dealing with like legal issues or legal challenges, I feel like you're finally going to see things speeding up. It's funny, at the beginning of this year, I was saying how I felt like just intuitively, but also the astrology, that if you're dealing with something legal, there could be like a lot of delays or slowdowns. It could be anything. It could be a divorce, a legal settlement, lawsuit, anything like that. But I feel like if you have been dealing with that, I feel like there's kind of like speed coming in for you here, Gemini. So that's that, Gemini. Thank you, Gemini. Taurus. Let's see what we have for you, Taurus. Taurus, you have Jupiter going into your 9th house. Of course, this is amazing for travel and education, learning, all of those other things as well. So that's going to be really good. I feel like you can finally see results from learning. I would say also if you're teaching as well. So if you're a teacher literally at school, or if you are like trying to teach people online, like here on YouTube, or maybe you're like trying to write a book or something like that. It's funny because book comes up for you all the time in your weekly readings, right? So I feel like for a lot of you, it doesn't matter what you're trying to do, but if there have been delays in those areas of your life, I feel like there's just like more forward momentum, more forward movement here in this area of your life. I also feel like if you've been like experiencing any delays in education, or having a hard time like understanding things educationally, this could be a better understanding. Or you could be kind of like fixing certain delays that you have been dealing with in general. I would also say that if you are in school, some of you, Jupiter entering into your 9th like this could have you kind of like moving on to a different, you could be switching majors. You could be deciding that you actually want to do something else. You could be deciding that you want to go to another school. You could be deciding that you don't want to be in school as well. You could be deciding to teach yourself something. And this would be a very good time for self-education, learning new things, pretty much anything like that. So definitely love that. Some of you could be thinking about moving. What I would say to you, Taurus, is that I feel like that a lot of you will probably be thinking about moving for a long time, not just right now, probably for a much longer time, because of Uranus in your sign as well. With Uranus in your sign, I feel like you probably won't want to be locked down to one area. This is why, to me, like I always say to everybody, to me it's a really bad year to buy a house unless you can get some sort of deal on the house. I would say, and this goes for like the next couple of years. So, if you're thinking about buying a house, I would either consider renting instead, or I would try to find some sort of deal on the house and don't just buy a house outright, because you're probably going to want to move again. So like I said, I feel like it's not such a great time to buy a house in general, but that's what I would say to you there. I also feel that some of you might just be like deciding to go to new locations, new foreign locations, things like that. I would say that there could be a lot of benefits through moving as well. On top of that, by the way, Jupiter in the 9th house is really great if you're trying to get anything official involving like long distances. So if you are like trying to get your green card, your passport, if you're trying to move to another country, if you're trying to move and your move involves paperwork or anything like that, this could be very, very positive for you as well, especially if you've been dealing with like delays in regards to like a passport or a green card, or whatever. What's the other thing? A visa. If you've been trying to get a visa somewhere and if you've been having a hard time, I feel like you could be getting something or finding something because of that. So, or things could be kind of like moving forward. I would just say with this position here, Taurus, I would be focusing on like expanding your mind, filling your head with as much information as you possibly can. That will lead to a lot of growth. Really amazing for creative projects, I feel, for you as well. Again, that's not so much the astrology, that's more intuitive. So again, I don't really necessarily see that in the astrology, but it popped into my head, so I'm going to say it. So I feel like doing anything creative would be good for you. And again, writing comes up for you a lot. 9th house does have to do with writing. So, and that's definitely come up for you in the weekly readings and in the daily readings as well. So I feel like learning and writing would be a very good idea for you. But really, I would just focus on learning and expanding things, or expanding your like worldview, things like that. Like I said, like traveling, going to foreign countries, moving, anything like that would be really good for you. Any type of change, I feel like would be good for you. As I always say to you, Taurus, right? Newness, something new. So that's what I'd be focusing on if I were you. But that's that, Taurus. All right, Aries. Let's see what we have for you, Aries people. And Aries. Aries, you have Jupiter is entering into your 10th house here, and I feel like for more intuitively, I feel like you have felt boxed in, and as far as your career or work is concerned. And again, this is more intuitive. It's not so much like your astrology here, and I feel like you maybe have been dealing with like people who are. I feel like you've been dealing with people who are like manipulative or talking behind your back or gossiping about you and things like that as well. So I feel like you could have been dealing with like challenging words from other people. Jupiter entering in 10th now, amazing for career, amazing for business as well. With Saturn and Pluto here, again, these are not going to be huge leaps forward in your career. But what I would say is that you have an amazing opportunity to build a lot of momentum in your career for like the next year, for the whole time that Jupiter will be in your 10th house. The next time that Jupiter comes around to your 10th house, it will be 12 years from now, so you'll be old. So take advantage of it now here, Aries. I would take advantage of this opportunity, especially in career. And I would just be making like one step every single day. I always tell people, Jupiter entered into my 10th house this last year. I went live every single day, right? Will you see results right away? No, absolutely not. But eventually you will see results from the things that you do. So I would do one thing every single day. It could be going live on YouTube every single day. It could be doing something for your health. It could be doing something for your business, anything. And I would focus on those like small steps, because again, you're building momentum. You're not building, this is a marathon, not a sprint here, Aries, is what I'm trying to say to you. I also feel like that Pluto here is asking you to look for opportunities as well. And I feel like you need to find them. Like, these are opportunities that you're going to have to find. Like, there could be opportunities for you to, maybe you have a YouTube channel, Aries, and maybe there are opportunities for you to get on real TV, but it's not going to just like come and sit in your lap. You're going to have to kind of like look for these opportunities. You're going to have to create them for yourself, but they are there. I feel like this is a really good time for you to be recognized by like bosses or higher ups with these positions as well. I feel like some of you could be dealing with people who are like big players. I'm not talking about players in love here, Aries. I'm talking about like people who are, movers and shakers in your industry. So if you have a job or a business, again, you could be dealing with very, very important people here. And I would be trying to do that as well. So I would be doing things like networking, or if there are networking events involving your career or involving your business, I would be taking advantage of those things, going to conferences, anything like that would be a very, very good idea for you with these, with pretty much everything that you have going on in your chart here. So I feel like that would be good. I would also say that, trying to build up like important connections would be a really good idea for you here, Aries. If I were you, like if I had a YouTube channel or something, if I had a business, and if I were you, Aries, I would be like trying to start interviewing people like on a YouTube channel or a podcast. That would give you the reach. You'd be reaching people who are bigger than you, more famous than you, and it would take advantage of this energy. So that's what I would be doing if I were you. I feel like it's a great time to like take risks that will maybe more have like an impression on people, or that could leave an impression on people as well. Again, I would try to keep it positive. I feel like a lot of people have been coming at you, Aries, for like a long time, especially in business or work. So if you have your own business or if you have work, like you could have had a lot of people talking behind your back. I feel like you need to focus on like impressions, like how other people see you. And that's what I would focus on if I were you in general. Same thing, you could say that this applies to other areas of your life as well. So love or friends, pretty much anything like that. I would be also kind of like putting yourself out there as much as you possibly can. So if you have a YouTube video channel, as many videos as you possibly can. Even if you don't have a YouTube channel, maybe you should have a YouTube channel. I feel like everybody should have a YouTube channel, really. But maybe you should. Maybe you should be at work bragging as much as you possibly can. Maybe you should be doing as much extra work as you possibly can. Same thing with love. Get out there as much as you possibly can with this 10th house energy. I also feel like it would be a really good time for you to create really big goals, Aries, as long as, like I said to Leo, as long as you can make them smaller. So keep the big goal in mind, but shrink it down to the small little pieces you need to take, or the small steps you need to take to get to your big goal, and that will kind of like make that happen faster. But a ton of growth here for you, Aries, a ton of career growth as well, but that looks amazing. All right, we made it, everybody. I feel like that wasn't too long. I feel like that was good. So thank you, everybody, for being here again, as always. This was Chris's Crappy Astrology, so thank you. And we are going... Should we do a pick a card? Let's do a pick a card. Why not? Right? I have a shuffled deck right here. It'll be easy to do, easy peasy. So let me just get a timestamp going. We are going to do 1, 2, and 3 here, people. So 1, 2, and 3 for the pick a card. And all right. All right. If you picked card number 1, you have the 10 of Cups coming up first here, and the 2 of Cups definitely could be love coming in for you here. So again, if you're looking for love, this would say date, get out there. Could also be, this right here is my happy home, happy family card, the 10 of Cups. 2 of Cups is like a perfect match. So if you're with someone, it could say that this person is your perfect match. Even if you're not with someone, it could say someone is coming in who is your perfect match. I feel like for others, this is your emotions overflowing with that 10 of Cups for some reason. I'm almost getting like the Ace of Cups on these 2 cards, so I feel like there could just be happiness coming in with these 2 cards, or just kind of like... I'm also getting the word motivation as well. So I feel like there just could be motivation coming in with these 2 cards, but love it. Looks really good. If you pick card number 2, you have the Queen of Swords and the Strength card. I feel like some of you who pick card number 2 need to be patient. I'm getting the word standoffish as well for some reason. It's like you're not accepting something into your life. So I would be careful of that. I feel like for some of you who pick card number 2, if you're like, it almost feels like a person to me. It's like maybe you're not allowing a person fully into your life. If you're looking for love, I would open up here. I feel like you could be afraid of like what other people think of the situation, especially with that Strength card. The Strength card is like other, like kind of like how other people see you, because normally it's like a lady, she has her hands in a lion's mouth and she's like shocking other people. So some of you could be like afraid of letting someone into your life. It could be the other person as well. Again, these readings go both ways, so it could be the other person that feels this way, like in a love type situation. But for others, it could be something else as well. It could be like needing to open up to take, kind of like I said to Virgo, needing to open up and take a risk to show something to the world. So card number 2, I feel like you need to like get something out into the world, or you need to allow something into your life. It's like you're not allowing something in enough. I feel like you are a little bit, but it's like not enough. I don't know, weird message, but there you go. And finally, if you pick card number 3, you have the Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. I like this, actually. I feel like some of you could be like increasing your resources. The Knight of Wands is like going towards things that you desire. So I feel like for some of you, it's like you're just finding the resources to get the things that you desire, plain and simple. So if you're like trying to build a business, if you're trying to get into a relationship, whatever, it's like the resources are becoming available to you. For others, I'm getting health. Like I feel like there's more health stability here, or something, I don't know, something is being fixed in your health with these 2 cards, and I feel like that is good for you as well. For some of you, I feel like this could be new love as well. I feel like it could be like a very passionate, stable relationship, something that's very like nurturing. I'm also getting the word calm as well. So it could be new love coming in for you, or it could be a current love situation you have as well. But that looks amazing. All right, thank you everybody again for being here. Really appreciate it. It is going to take me, just so everybody knows, if you missed it, it's going to take me probably a couple extra minutes to get the timestamps up tonight. The problem with these Chris's crappy astrology readings is that the timestamps are all off, and I'm a dummy, and I keep trying to remind myself to hold something up when I'm doing a timestamp so that I can remember where all the timestamps are. But the timestamps will be up at some point tonight, so just keep that in mind. But let's get some questions going. Of course, I will be answering all questions, but Super Chats will get preference, and I will try to answer as many people as I possibly can. So let's see here what is going on for everybody. Lakery Cakes, I'm almost positive I answered your question last night, or unless you had a second Super Chat. No, I'm almost positive. My favorite intuitive tarot, what is there for me from now onwards? Yeah, I definitely answered. I'm positive I answered you last night. Brittany X, thank you for the Super Chat. Oh, no. Hold on. Sorry, Brittany. My bad. JC, thank you for the Super Chat. Women fall for what they see. Forget your book. Sorry, JC. I'm sorry. Brittany X, card for the month. Feeling down. Sorry to hear that, Brittany. Six of Pentacles, 2 Wands. I feel like you're like planting seeds. I feel like things are getting better for you. So I wouldn't even worry about it. I wouldn't even trust your feelings. I mean, I've said this to people as well. Because, you know, like I've said to people that, right, that, you know, Neptune is a liar, and it's in Pisces, a liar. So I feel like things are moving forward, basically. So that's what I feel here with this card here. By the way, on Divine Tarot, I answer Super Chats in order. I will answer your Super Chat, but I answer all Super Chats in order. So everybody, I'm only one person. I can only answer questions one at a time. So please remember that. And One Divine Tarot, guess what? You're next. So, One Divine Tarot, thank you for the Super Chat. You say, does Selmo and I, Libra, have a future marriage together as we wanted until Friday? 6 of Wands, 3 of Swords. I don't like this 3 of Swords. 3 of Swords would be a breakup. So if there has been a breakup, I would say no. 6 of Wands is like attention. Lovers, I don't know. Lovers to me is like picking a new path in love. It says if there was a breakup, you need to move on to something new. Yeah, 7 of Pentacles, change in direction here. Temperance, I feel like you need to be patient, is what I would say to you here. But I would say there are no marriage cards and a breakup card, like I said. So I would say no, if I'm being honest with you there. Donna, thank you for the Super Chat. Really appreciate it. Will I have the new job by February 2020? I feel like you will have a choice, is what I'd say. But I'd say yes, 6 of Swords. 6 of Swords is like improvement. So if a job would be an improvement, which I'm sure it would, then yes, is what I would say to you here, Donna. Mary Ann, hold on one second, Mary Ann. Let me just refresh this real quick. Sorry. Mary Ann, you say future for my Pisces man and I. So, Mary Ann, you have the 9 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups. This could be like sadness or regrets. 9 of Pentacles is like too much independence. I don't know. I feel like some Pisces could be stepping into a period of like very independent energy, but it's like nothing. So I feel like if you can get comfortable with your Pisces man's needs for independence, then I feel like things will be fine. If you can't, then I feel like there could be challenge. Yeah, I don't know. 6 King of Cups is like the return of love to your life. So I feel like things will be fine here for you, basically, is what I would say to you. Yeah, Page of Wands. I would just say like explore, have a good time, all that other stuff. Things will be fine for you. Christelle, hello. Thank you for the Super Chat. Really appreciate it. You say here, he asked my number. Didn't use it. Is he playing? 4 Pentacles, a star. I would say no, is what I would say to you. 4 Pentacles is like holding on too tightly to something, but it doesn't really make sense in this situation, is what I would say to you. So I wouldn't worry too much about the 4 Pentacles. It is a card of stability. The star, to me, definitely can represent something that isn't going to happen until the future. It can definitely say that there are or have been certain delays, like in a situation. To me, the star can represent the future. So it can say that things will happen, but like in the future. So I would just be patient, is what I'd say to you. The scale, intuition. Thank you for the Super Chat. Really appreciate it. You say, did someone cause JC and I sadness, or was it natural? 9 of Wands, High Priestess. Trust your intuition, is what I'd say to you on the High Priestess. 9 of Wands would say, like, is like can be a defensive energy, putting up like defense or protecting yourself from something that you've been dealing with. So that's what I'd say there. Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles, I feel like this is like unnecessary anxiety. Page of Pentacles, I always say, can be anxiety, but it is unnecessary because Page of Pentacles can say that there's good news coming in for you. So I always say Page of Pentacles is a weird card. It can represent feeling anxious, feeling weird about things, but things actually getting better. So I feel like there will be like a turnaround for you. Things will be getting better. Yeah, Three of Wands. Three of Wands is like expanding stuff, like, you know, kind of like taking the lead. So I feel like you'll be fine. Tracy, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Can you tell me what's up with me in this Pisces? Five of Swords, single. I don't like this, is what I'd say to you. Seven of Swords, like too much of a lone wolf type of energy. It's like a running away type of energy as well. So this Pisces could have run away from you. Again, it wouldn't surprise me if Pisces started showing up with the kind of like running away energy here towards the end of the year, the beginning of the year. Just wouldn't surprise me. So yeah, I feel like this is like a kind of like a running away energy here with these two cards. But yeah, love it. So I mean, I don't love it. I feel like that's like being single. Yeah, it's like, oh, it's almost like they're being closed off here, Tracy. So I feel like they're closed off at this time. Maxine, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Will our van be fixed, or will we buy a new one? Ten of Wands. I feel like you're going to buy a new one, is what I'd say to you. I feel like you should. Ten of Wands says get rid of it, right? The Chariot, literally buying a new car. So I feel like you will be getting a new one, Maxine, for sure. Brittany X, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Will I find a new job by next April? Yes. Wheel of Fortune, things turning around in your favor. Ten of Pentacles, definitely. So, yes, I love it. Looks amazing. Ten of Pentacles is like a lot of success coming in. Cynthia, thank you for the super chat. As always, really appreciate it. What's coming in for me in love? You have the Tower, the King of Wands. You always get the King of Wands, right? Or you always get a king, I think, showing up in your readings. It could be a fire sign. Could be someone who's older than you. I feel like I've said all this to you before. So it could be a fire sign. Tower could be a surprise that this person comes in for you. So I feel like it could be like a surprising relationship here. Yeah, I really feel like you need to date. Just get out there. Six of Cups, happiness. Yeah, it's like a soulmate is coming in for you. Like a soulmate type person, Cynthia. But probably a fire sign or someone with fire in their chart. Brandy, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Cards for a business project, please. Ace of Pentacles, success, a lot of money, a lot of opportunities as well. The Moon is like about, you have the Moon, which is saying you need to push through fear. So if there are any fears, worries, doubts, anxieties, anything like that, it's about like kind of like pushing through there. And so the Moon is like about needing to let go of your fears. But what I would say here is that the Ace of Pentacles is a really good card. Hero's Journey. You know, it's like the ups and downs of the challenges, but really it's a card of success. So I feel like you will be successful here, Brandy. I wouldn't even worry about it. Yeah, I feel like it'll be success. There will be success here. Learn with this Hierophant card. Learn as much as you can. Michelle, it is better to calculate for your sun sign. Of course, feel free to watch your rising sign. It will also apply. So, but I read for the sun. But feel free to watch the other signs as well. Nicole, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Which job looks more suitable to me personality-wise? The job at WPC today or the shop at Panis Oceana tomorrow? And why? I would say option number 2, Panis Oceana, because Eight of Pentacles to me is a card of future results. So to me, it says that the second job will be better because there is more chance of growth with the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is a card of mastering a craft, but it also represents time. So it says like over time, things at that position will be better than the other position, basically. It says there's like more future growth potential at that position. Pretty simple. And that's what I would say there. So I would say option number 2 for sure. Definitely. Looks way, way better with that Eight of Pentacles. The other card had the Queen of Cups, by the way, for the job you interviewed for today. But Queen of Cups is a good card. It's not a bad card, but, you know, like I said, I would definitely say the second option for sure. All right, I think I'm all caught up tonight. I'm pretty sure. Let me just check here. Yeah, I think I'm all caught up. So if you have a question and I have not answered it, feel free to pop it in down below. I will take a few more questions tonight, of course. Star Lordess, hello. Thank you for being here. By the way, is Tony here? I am hungry now. I did not check out the video. I definitely will. Thank you, by the way. And I will definitely watch it. So thank you for doing that. Ash, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. This is a long, exhausting wait. Is it worth it? Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups, yes, is what I would say to you. Ace of Wands, tons of abundance and success. Ace of Cups, your emotions overflowing, being very happy. So, yes, is what I would say there. Cynthia, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Will I have a shot with Greg? 9 of Cups. Wish? Yes. I would say yes with this card, so yes. Kiara, thank you for... Kiara B, I have to specify now. Thank you for the super chat. You say, cards for December, please. Will I find a job this month? Hermit, Empress, going from winter to spring, coming out of the cold. So, yes, for sure. No doubt about it. So, I would say yes. Tons of abundance coming in for you. This is like you stepping out into the world. So, yes is what I'd say to you. Janie, you have the Fool and the Justice card. I feel like you need to take a leap of faith on something that you want to get started. So, Janie, I would take a leap of faith and I would get started here. The Justice card just says, like, there is balance returning to your life, I feel. Sunny, how is my finances for December? I feel like that you could be clearing things up financially in December. Page of Swords, like kind of cleaning things up, learning more about your finances. Veronica, did Jay accidentally lock the guy out the other day? Did he spit in or in any way taint the food he made? He was truly trying to help someone walk the other day or try to make the person fall. No, I feel like things are fine. The Sun is like the best card in the deck. It's a card of happiness, so nothing bad. So I feel like things are fine there. Outer League, I would say no, is what I'd say to you. You have the Magician, which is like a card of success. It says you can have whatever you want, Outer League. So I feel like things could be improving for you, really, if nothing else. So, I would say no. Veronica, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Will my fiance be in the USA before the end of the year? Should I move into a new place before he comes? Will there be money? I would say yes. 4 Wands, marriage. So I feel like you'll be fine. 8 of Swords. 8 of Swords is a card of being stuck, but it could say you could move now if you wanted to. And you say, will the money be there? You have the 5 of Pentacles, which says no. But what I would say is that the 5 of Pentacles is a card of sanctuary. It says everything you want is just inside of a safe place, basically. Normally it's a church that's on this card. It's normally the person crying outside in the cold, but all they have to do is step inside the church. That's all they have to do. So it says you could easily find the money if you put the work in to do so. Again, Jupiter moving into Capricorn. Yeah, there could be like new job offers, new offers to make money, pretty much anything. So I would say no. Cynthia, thank you as always for the super chat. Does S see himself being serious with me or just fun? 2 of Swords, 8 of Cups. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like you'd walk away from this because you have the 8 of Cups that I couldn't pick up there. So I feel like you are going to be walking away from this situation, Cynthia. Raymond, thank you for the super chat. Make sure to leave your question in down below. Lakery Cakes, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Thank you for the kind words. Elaney, thank you for the super chat. You say here, how does David feel about us being together? Ace of Swords, the truth. The 4 of Cups, like, maybe, like, I feel like he feels good about it, but 4 of Cups could say that you are not seeing it, basically. I do feel like there are problems with this year, just in general, for everybody, that it's like, we could be in a relationship, we could feel like the other person is not showing us like love or whatever, but really they are. Maybe they're doing the best they can, or maybe our love languages are just different or something like that. So I feel like things are going to go well for you here, Elaney. I wouldn't really worry about it. Raymond, for December, Queen of Wands. You always get this card, Raymond. Yeah, Knight of Swords. This could be love coming in for you. Could also be you just being attracted to someone. The Knight of Swords says take your time, no rushing. What do I always say to you, right? So I would definitely take your time, no rushing, and kind of like see what happens. But yeah, I feel like things are going well for you, Raymond. Ash, thank you, as always, for the super chat. Outcome for Renee and EJ, please. Death, transformation, 8 of Wands, quick movement. So, yeah, this is pretty good. Again, the Death card is actually a good card. It doesn't necessarily mean a breakup or anything. It could just say that there are going to be rapid changes in this relationship. And the 8 of Wands is like quick movement forward or success. So, I like it. Hina, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You said, did my cousin say something to my sister in regards to me and S? I would say no. I feel like you need to get out of your head about this situation with the 9 of Swords. So I would get out of your head. I feel like things are fine here. So I would say no. I feel like you are fine. So, no. Alright, I will take a few more questions. So if you have any questions, people, make sure to pop them in down below. Cynthia, thank you for the super chat. You say, is Manny a good candidate for love? I'd say no. I feel like you already know this with the 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups says he's missing certain things that you would want in a relationship. So I would say no. Actually, that's not even what the card means, but that's what I would say with the 7 of Cups is that I feel like things would be missing. Or there would just be, yeah, I feel like some sort of disconnect. So I'd say no, is what I would say to you. Alright. Haley, will I find a new business soon? 10 of Swords. Yeah, I feel like you need to let go of the past And the Three of Cups is a celebration. So I feel like there will be a celebration coming in for you soon. So yeah, I feel like you'll find something. Three of Cups just says open up to other people. It says like other people could have like opportunities for you, or you could be just finding another opportunity with something else, basically. But it is a card of community. It says like learn from the community. Julie, you say here, is Mr. J going to commit to me in love? Julie, yes, 4 wands, marriage. So yes, is what I'd say to you. Veronica, thank you for the super chat. You say, can you pull a card for my mom? She's sad, I don't know why. 6 of Swords, I feel like she's moving on to calmer shores. I feel like there will be improvements here with this card, is what I would say to you, Veronica. So I wouldn't worry about it. 6 of Swords, improvements. Like I said, there is a lot of weird energy in general here. So yeah, I feel like things are just going to be improving. Hina, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Card for the way sister is behaving towards me. The Fool, maybe she's being foolish or childish. Yeah, Justice, I don't know. I feel like things will balance out for you here as well. So I feel like you will be fine, is what I would say to you. ROI King, can I become the Prime Minister of my country? If you want to, then yes, maybe. Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is like a new beginning. Although Ace of Wands would say no, because it's not a government card. It's like a creative project card, or doing something more creative, is what I would say to you. Alright, I will take like one more-ish question. I always say one more and take like 10 more, but I will take one more-ish. Raymond, thank you again for the super chat. Feel free to put your question in down below, and I will answer it, of course. Let me just make sure that I'm not missing someone or anything. Violet Mist, do you have the Ace of Pentacles? Like a very straightforward work week is what I would say to you. So I feel like this could be like a very straightforward work week, or just like straightforward work for you in general. So yeah, that's what I would say to you here, but that looks pretty good. Raymond, do you see any particular sign? Probably a fire sign. The card just flew away. It was the 2 of Wands, Raymond, but it will probably be a fire sign is what I would say to you. But it was the 2 of Wands, so that's what I feel like it will be for you. Kylie, should you take him back? I would say no. The Moon, I don't like the Moon. Devil, toxic. Yeah, I would say no, is what I'd say to you, Kylie. So, no, is what I'd say to you. Mark, thank you. Mark, you have the 9 of Wands coming up tonight. Hina, can you pull a card for the reason why my sister is being this way? Page of Swords, I feel like she's just immature. This is a card of immaturity. So it just says like she's being immature, is what I'd say to you. Brenda, have a good night. Thank you for being here. Alright, thank you everyone for being here. Really appreciate it. I am going to cut this off here. So thank you everyone for being here. Really appreciate it. Tomorrow morning I will be starting with Pisces for the weekly readings for next week. Not next week, but the week after, or whatever the hell that is. So, thank you, everybody, and have a good night. Leo Gem, thank you for the super chat. You have the 10 of Wands and the Queen of Cups. I feel like this is like a change in direction. 10 of Wands, releasing burdens, releasing things that are heavy, like a heavy weight in your life. And the Queen of Cups is like a change in direction in your life as well. Yeah, Chariot, it's like you are taking control now. You are becoming in charge of your own life with that Chariot card. So, love it. But thank you, everybody, again, and have a good night.